Every Wednesday, 12 o'clock, new podcast.
GM, and we're back.
I still have to work on a better intro, man, but every Wednesday, it is true, 12 p.m., and I'm more bullish than ever. I haven't seen you guys in a long time, but I'm happy.
Yeah, you're bullish. Why are you so bullish, Mike? Please inform us, enlighten us.
Today received very good news. New Hampshire is the first US state that actually agreed and has now an official Bitcoin law enacted where they are going to purchase 5% or are allowed to purchase 5% of the state funds on pretty much rare earth minerals, but also on digital assets as long as the market cap is above 500 billion. So Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency right now that falls in this category. We have seen in the past that I think Ethereum or something has been having this market cap, but I think the finer print should say something that you need to have that market cap for at least 1 year. So I'm bullish. It now allows the first state to purchase Bitcoin. I hope that other states will follow soon. Just imagine you sold your Bitcoin.
That's not good. Sounds like Germany in 2022, right?
it's uh, it's uh, it's just a matter of believing and not believing. Keep continue to see bullish news after bullish news after bullish news, and this is just one of many to come. Still,
Yeah, and I think that most people they're blind for the run for this run, and they think that all gonna happen this year. But I think now it should be clear that it's gonna be extended maybe into next year. Or what do you think about that?
oh
Because
yeah, we
if I may explain a little bit, uh, a lot of policies they need to still get into place. They still need to be accepted, and they still need
true.
to implement, not implement, but take action, like doing it. Like let's say North Hampshire, New Hampshire, they made the announcement. Yes, we're gonna start the Bitcoin strategic reserve, but when is the day that they're gonna buy it? Is it like within next month or within 3 months, 4 months? And I think if we zoom in on that, that's when the real scarcity of Bitcoin will show its power, right?
It's all a race, of course. First, the fundament has to be there. So a lot of the states are now voting on will we have a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We of course already know that on a federal level, the United States is going to buy Bitcoin one way or another. They will buy, but we're all waiting for the exact plan. When are they going to buy? How are they going to buy? And how much are they going to buy? And this applies to all states, to the federal level, but also to different countries and also to actual companies within the US, but also worldwide. This is all happening now. It's still the gears turning into our favor, and it's just a matter of time before we motherfucking win. That's it. There's nothing, and I fully agree. We've had a few VIP live streams. I think we also discussed it in the previous live streams that we will most likely see an extended cycle, and it is due to the fact that these things are now in motion, and it might take time, but people really it's so sad to see because today also in our VIP community, where Ferris he shared a message where there was a news announcement by I think it was Bitcoin News or whatever, Bitcoin Magazine, where they stated that less than 1 million people own a full Bitcoin. But you really have to realize that if you own one Bitcoin, which isn't a lot of money, you're already part of the 1% because there's 8 billion people and only 1 million people have Bitcoin or more. So having 100K in Bitcoin right now, by definition, puts you in the 1%, the new 1% of the world. And people seem to underestimate this. They don't really understand what this means. And to my knowledge, we were already surpassing that 1 million threshold, but we pulled up the graph and it seemed that it slowed down and people sold. So now it's slightly less than 1 million, but we have seen more than 1 million holders in the past. So it's just a matter of time. The race is still on. People will start buying, and I keep continue to see the same trend. The people with big money are stacking because the ones that have one or more Bitcoin, they hold a lot. They understand what Bitcoin is. They understand the value. They understand the scarcity. They understand the macroeconomic trends. And just to go on a little sidetrack, I posted a TikTok video today, and there was some idiot, small dick, dumbass, who commented something in regards of me posting something about Trump, and he was like, "Oh, why are you continue to keep posting about Trump and keep speaking about them?" But if you don't look at the presidents, if you don't see what's going on, if you don't take a look about politics, then you are a terrible investor, and you don't have to agree on something. You could be fully against everything that Trump is doing, but you have to come to the realization that he is right now in charge, and right now he is pro Bitcoin. He's bullish. He is going to buy Bitcoin. He is going forward with all the legislation. It's just a matter of time.
What, that the Bitcoin runs out?
Of course, the Bitcoin will run out, that the price will go up, that the legislation is coming. So many things are happening right now, but people, they are so, yeah, impatient. We mentioned it so many times. I don't want to get into that too much now because I think we have the wind on our back. I think Bitcoin is at 79K or something
No,
right now.
97, 97, 97. I
Uh,
mean,
Yes, sorry, yeah, 97K. So, yeah, it's all going to plan still, you know. We just shook out the weak hands once again, and trust me, they will forget and they will uh, miss the boat pretty much because it might take some more months for it to depart. But if we look at the M2 money supply, it's still following that chart pretty close, I have to admit, because for me, during the last correction, the last dip, of course, we took a look at the chart, and of course, I hold on to it because it gave us some hope, some copium, right? But I'm looking at other data, but so far it's playing out perfectly, almost scary. You know, it's following the M2 chart perfectly. So if we assume this will continue, then we will see higher prices in August. But I think that a few things are important, and that are the rate cuts. That is the legislation, which is now going into the right direction. It is the end of July when we will hear about the official strategic Bitcoin reserve plans. So these things are very important to me. So everything seems to go just in the right way. So I'm very happy. I can't wait for the price to continue what it's doing. I just hope that all altcoins will continue their run as as soon as Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high, which is my estimate of what will happen.
yeah, you think that the alts will immediately see trigger effect from Bitcoin? Because in the recent years before, we had different sectors, right? You had the RWA or the DeFi or gaming or whatever AI. What is going to be the main sector you think in this continued bull cycle? Is it going to be AI, gaming,
Okay,
or
question. I think we already saw a major correction for a lot of RWA projects, AI as well. Uh, Also some fundamental coins. So I think the selection and the narrative stays the same. I don't think a lot of it has changed, but I do think that people are smartening up. So they will not mess with memes too much, I think, but I could be very wrong about memes. I do think that there are some fundamental memes that will have a proper run. One of the coins is the coin you always mention, the Pengu coin, but I also think that Floki will do major things. And as you zoom in on those ecosystems, you can see that they actually turned their meme, their marketing, their hype into real community building, into real value, basically. So it's a different kind of company, different kind of value, but they will prevail for sure. And also, I think that, but what mostly will happen is that I think that people will think twice or even thrice about where they invest into and what kind of projects. What do you think about the narratives?
yeah? I do think that AI will play a crucial role, But with
Mhm.
GTA 6 coming up and all the rumors about
Can't
blockchain
wait.
and pay to earn, it's the gaming. I don't see gaming going anywhere. So we must take this into consideration that yes, Bitcoin is gonna blow up, but there are a few coins that will also, um, how do you call it? Infrastructure wise, will play a crucial role. Let's say
For sure.
Beam or Immutable X for the next play to earn games, or for example. I'm not
Yep.
mentioning Xborg because Xborg is not a gaming platform. They're making some products for gaming identification stuff, etc. So it's a different league, but no brainer. And yes, back to the point of the investors getting smarter, the meme hype there's so good as gone. I mean, there's like a few memes, and you've mentioned Pengu, Floki, but I don't hear nothing about Doge, nothing about Shiba, so nothing about Pepe. So what's gonna happen with the liquidity with all of these coins? In my opinion, they're gonna flow into the real meme coins, but let's I must mention that the meme coin is not a meme anymore because, as you mentioned, the product, the team behind it, they do their best to create real value, real products, etc., etc. So I think there's a big shift happening, and I think we have to go back to the last podcast from last week where we look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and we saw that Ethereum, for example, went all the way back to the levels that it was in 2018, and XRP the same. And what my point is, I think the market is gonna get a reset. As in Bitcoin dominance, I've been saying this for a long time. It has to go higher than 70. Why? Because we know that all the other altcoins, they're, I wouldn't say fugazi, but they have been infiltrated with like bubble like or bubble ish liquidity, volume, etc. because they don't do anything. So in my opinion, I think that the last 10, 12 years that we had for the whole crypto space, Bitcoin needs to go above the 70 again, and then we get the new start. And that's why I like to compare this cycle with 2017 cycle, because that was the first boom where it get a lot of adoption, traction, etc., money. And I think the same is going to happen. And as far as it shows it's playing out accordingly. Um,
Exponential.
but we have to say, we said it like in 2023. Now it has to play out just as it has before. The only problem is that we had, or me myself, I had more positions in altcoins because every cycle history shown that the altcoins will outperform Bitcoin, but this cycle it's different. And just because it's different, I just explained why 5 minutes ago. I think we need to look at the market and see what the market is telling us. And that's what I think is very bullish about this, that we will get another chance. And also in the Discord I mentioned yesterday, in the Bitcoining FIP, that if the BTC day goes above 70%, some altcoins will 1000x. And that is amazing. I don't know which altcoins, no one knows, but market technical wise, they will 1000x. Why? Because you saw 2017, 18, etc., etc. If you weren't here,
In this cycle,
yeah, in this cycle,
just
yeah.
this one cycle.
If you weren't here, guys, crazy times are ahead, man. I did hope
Yeah.
it happened last year or this year,
Mhm.
but seeing the circumstances, it's taking a little bit longer. It's just postponed. Doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. I think it's just postponed, and it will definitely or most likely still happen.
Yeah. Excited about is what you're saying. It will probably be like a 2017 kind of run, but this time will be so much more crazy because there everybody is on board. Now it doesn't get compressed by the financial institutions. They are on board. Actually, everybody is on board. Countries are on board. Companies are on board. It will be so insane. People have never seen something like this, and this is something I mentioned in the last live stream as well. I think this will be the cycle where we will see an actual bubble.
Mhm.
So a lot of time a lot of times in the history of Bitcoin, everyone has been telling me Bitcoin is a bubble, crypto is a bubble. But this time it will explode so massive, it will be a bubble. Things will get priced in crazy ways, which don't represent the value at all. So overpriced that it is insane. So this will be a cycle where you actually have to be careful. You have to remain focused on taking profits, on getting your money's worth. But I do think that the whole world will jump onto crypto. China lifted their bans. They are also working on buying Bitcoin. the race is on. It's now just a matter of time, and there's only so many you can still buy, you can still acquire. So people are very very you know very sleepy.
I don't know. I don't think if sleepy is the right word, but they're not red pilled, maybe, right? I mean, your eyes are
Also,
open. You don't have to be sleepy.
mhm,
But did you know? And I of course we knew this, but seeing this makes it more tangible that Bitcoin's adoption is growing at a faster pace than internet. And now here comes the thing, right? If that is the case, guys, and you go back to 2002, the bubble happened. 20 years later, look at where we're at now. Is internet a thing that we can live without? No. So this new thing, this new technology, which is called Bitcoin, which is growing at a faster pace than the internet, which gives us more possibilities, freedom, etc., etc., etc. Do we really think that this is going to go to zero? I mean, it's so obvious. It's so obvious, and I still don't understand, as you said, why people are sleeping. I don't know, because when they wake up, they are gonna be pissed. They had a very bad dream because in their dream they bought maybe one whole Bitcoin, but then they wake up and then they have no Bitcoins. So when the reality hits you, that's
yeah,
gonna be fucked up, man. Especially when Bitcoin is, let's say, a few million, $100 million in the near future.
exactly. It's something else I want to share quickly because Michael Saylor is basically, wait, perhaps I can find it real quick if I look for 84 billion, but Michael Saylor, 84B, Michael Saylor, uh, pretty much what, yeah,
Yeah, he
so
didn't.
pretty much he's going to raise 84 billion more to buy more Bitcoin. That's just something you have to just assume it for now, okay? But why this is so crazy, and I posted about this as well because I don't think people are actually grasping the numbers that are out there. Because if you go to the website of Strategy, oh wait, you guys can see, but I will share the different screen. Um, I should probably just share the entire thing. And now if I switch back, okay, good. So this is Michael Saylor right now. Right now they hold 555,450 Bitcoin, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong. This is a huge number, but if you were to actually calculate how much this is in current value, they are, let's say, roughly around 55 billion right now. So what they have acquired over the last 3 years, or the time that they are pretty much buying Bitcoin, which is a long time because they have been buying the top in 2021, rode all the way down, got left at, then pumped back up, make a lot of money, and now they are the hero of the show. But this has been a process of I think 3 or 4 years already. So within one round of funding, he pretty much wants to buy more than double what they owned and purchased over the last 4 years. And you have to kind of realize, okay, so if they're purchasing more than double what they own right now, that means that 500,000 Bitcoin will be gone with one single purchase of Michael Saylor, which is insane. It is even more insane if you calculate the fact that over the last year, we have seen almost 1 million in Bitcoin vanish. So if we go to CoinGlass and we take a look at the balance of Bitcoin that is available on all exchanges, I don't have the full chart here, but believe me, it went from 3.5 million all the way down to about 2.2. So more than 1 million vanished due to the fact that we saw some institutional buying last year. And this is just the warm up. So I estimate that this pace will continue. They will start, I think it will even accelerate. The more companies will start to buy, more institutions will start to buy, even countries will start to buy. Then you have also the fact that America is going to buy 1 million Bitcoin over a period of 5 years. So just looking at three sectors, which is strategy, institutional buyers, and America, you already have a supply shock because there's only 2 million Bitcoin left on exchanges. If they all are going to proceed with their plans, and we're not factoring in retail, we're not factoring in other countries, we're not factoring in competition of strategy, which Jack Muller also started already. We are in for the most crazy run ever. Bitcoin will most definitely run out this end of this year, but most likely next year. The game is on. If you are not on board right now, you will lose. You will miss the opportunity of a lifetime. The only thing, because I've been saying for a long time, there will be nothing crazier than all countries buying. But the only thing that is actually more crazy is the moment where they actually make Bitcoin the world reserve currency. This is maybe something for next cycle. Perhaps we will see it this cycle, but that would only be the case if. But I don't think that will be the case. But it is possible that will most definitely be the thing we're looking out for next cycle. But it is on. The race is on, and if you just look at the numbers. It is a numbers game. This is the first cycle we're actually seeing a decline in the amount of Bitcoin that is available. Only 1 million can be mined over a period of 120 years to come. It
Crazy,
is over, guys. It is over.
crazy.
If you are not on board now, you will lose. If you are only positions in altcoins, you will lose. And of course, use the altcoins to buy more Bitcoin, but it is insane. Mike Strem is saying, do you think Bitcoin will see lower prices during the summer? We might. We might. I don't want to do too much short-term thinking because if you a lot of people ask these questions because they want to time the market. But if you want to time the market, you will lose out your positions because
Facts.
what if the prices go lower? Then you just acquire more. You harden your position. A lot of people try to time the market while they are retail investors at home, and you probably are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking these questions. Otherwise, you would be looking at the same data points we're looking. You would use technical analysis. Right now, personally, I think we will continue to see higher prices. I could be wrong, of course, but I see so many bullish things happening right now. The only things that are kind of uncertain are the deep state still implementing the digital euro end of October of this year in Europe. I'm also seeing war happening right now between India and Pakistan, but luckily the markets don't give a fuck what's happening out there. So this is very bullish. And I'm also seeing China coming together with the United States. Deals are being made. So I think in the next 3 months we will see a slight relief. Also, the M2 money supply chart is still being followed. And also, don't forget that we will eventually see rate cuts. They are not happening tomorrow, most likely. There's a possibility, of course.
Today,
Trump
right? It should
actually
be today or no?
today, yeah, sorry, for you guys today, for me tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
But I'm in a different time zone. But
of course.
tonight, at around 8 in the Netherlands, I think you will see the FOMC meeting. So this could mean rate cuts. We can look at the probability real quick.
But
You want
what
to
if
take a
they
look?
cut, Mike? Oh my God! If they cut it,
If they cut, it's over. Come on, man. Then it's official. Then you will definitely not see lower prices. So in 7 hours, so around 8.
but
You've seen
wait,
my
Mike,
screen, right?
let's no, not yet. Share your screen, please. But what is the reason that
Oh.
the price did a positive reaction in yesterday? Do they know something that we don't? Yes, it's
Um,
projected not to be cut. Yeah.
Yeah, so they will not cut. Most likely, there's a 3% chance that they will cut tonight. On June, there is still a very low chance that they will cut, which is kind of disappointing because this was 75% chance to see cuts, but now it's almost 70% to remain the same. So this changed. And in July, we are seeing about 75% chance. So it probably got postponed one meeting, but if it is happening in July, you have to realize that the FOMC meeting is the 30th of July. The 22nd of July, we will see the report of because then it's
Yeah.
180 days after the executive order that Trump put out, which is very bullish to me. So the summer is most likely the time in the market where we will see a relief or actually higher prices and maybe even all-time highs. It kind of depends on what's happening in May, what's happening in June, which is your question as well, I know. But these 2 months are the months where I'm the most uncertain what will happen, because there's not really anything happening. The only thing that's in our favor is the M2 money supply. So yeah, I remain bullish, and I don't really care what's going to happen for the next 2 months. But yeah, just act accordingly. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Keep acquiring more. I did see a lot of beautiful reversals on the altcoins, so we purchased them. I think a week 2 or 3 ago. Also called the bottom perfectly on the 9th of April in the VIP community, of course. We are shot callers #1. Called every fucking bottom perfectly. Crypto motherfucking alpha OG. No one does it better. I'm sorry. It's just facts.
Facts. Morph is onto something here.
Only thing you have to ask yourself is, do you believe Bitcoin is going to be worth millions? Yes or no? Yes. If your answer is yes, nothing does matter. Every $100 is going to be 1 to 10K. What else do you want? Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
And I've also tweeted about this because Michael Saylor put out a tweet, and I know it's just Michael Saylor, so we oh shit, sorry. So we don't really have to care that much, because he will say it is bullish always. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, he's a perma bull, right?
He's a perma bull, of course. But he's saying that Bitcoin industry is going to 200 trillion. You have to realize that it means that Bitcoin will 100x, according to him, in 21 years. And this is something I believe as well, So we will see if it 100x's, we will see a 1 million, a 10 million price for Bitcoin. Valid, perfectly possible. We will see it happen. I don't want to say too much about timelines, because that's the only thing that I see a lot of big influencers fuck up on. They make statements like this and this will happen, blah blah blah, before this, but in the end, if it doesn't happen before a certain time, people will call them out and say that they're wrong. But fundamentally, we will win. Bitcoin will, in fact, still 100x from now. So if you have 100K right now, you will own 10 million in 20 years. Most of you guys don't even are able to save up 100K, let alone 10 million. So this is your ticket. This is your way out. This is your pension. This is the safety net, because a lot of people always say that you should have a safety net if things go wrong in crypto. I think crypto is your safety net if your
Facts.
life goes wrong. But we all have different perspectives. But so far, I'm winning for 12 years in a row. So fuck everyone.
Yeah, the crypto is the way, man. Because people forget AI, guys. When AI comes into play, they're not gonna be trading or fiat money, right? AI is gonna be trading digital currencies. They're gonna be trading
Oh, yeah.
cryptocurrencies. It's simple, but people they lack vision. So nothing we can do. Only thing we can do is tell him about it, but it's up to them to make something with it, right?
They lack vision, they lack faith, they lack patience. Because if you combine these three things, you will make it in crypto. And this is something I often mention. But human psychology, the mankind people, they are hurt people. They have the most hurt mind there is. And that is the main reason why so many people won't make it. They get influenced by the general opinion. They get persuaded by what most people think. And you can tell just by looking at what's happening with Trump, what's happening in America, how people are looking at crypto, how the big institutions are manipulating the small Joe at home. Um, you just see that the poor will stay poor. They will remain poor forever, because even though we're giving them Bitcoin, the vision, the data, the markets on a silver platter, they will reject it. They will even fight it, which is crazy to me, because I cannot even imagine to be a guy that goes online to comment negatively on other people's posts, which is a L on itself, and then have it wrong and see the biggest opportunity of a lifetime uh, go by. I would throw myself off a bridge, honestly.
No, don't do that. Leave
I won't, because I have Bitcoin. But
the
if
people
I
that don't.
if I were, yeah, if you were actually negative online publicly about Bitcoin, and you get it wrong for now 16 years in a row, and when the president of the United States actually announced that they are going to buy Bitcoin, that the first state now actually agreed or allowed to purchase Bitcoin, you see all these things happening and you're still rejecting Bitcoin. It is insane to me. And see you later, Marv. Thank you for being here. But yeah, that's all I have to say, honestly, Ian.
Yeah, it's crazy for words, right? But it's all through deception, right? Because instead of how do you call it, people buying Bitcoin, they overthrow us with, let's say, what shall be Champions League or American football or Super Bowl or things like that. The Met Gala awards, all these satanic shizzle, and you think, okay, Ian, why are you saying satanic shit? Because they show you. You go look at I didn't notice it, but yesterday Inter Milan played the half league, so the semifinals of the Championship League against Barcelona. You know what the referee did? He did this. The referee did this, like giving the signs, like why are you doing the signs, man, on national television? Because they must. It's symbolism that's giving away their power. But anyway, you know how red pilled we are. We don't want to go on that road too much. But it's all deception. Because if you know what's really true is that the skies are clear. There are no chemtrails or geoengineering, cloud seeding. And I can go so deep in this rabbit hole that Disney, for example, they alter the digital movies from 10, 20 years ago so that children that are growing up, they think that clear skies never existed, right? So the brainwash, it's going so deep, guys. And you think, okay, Ian, but why are you saying this? If you're new here, you don't know this, welcome. We are the red pill guys also. But this is what they're doing. And if you are aware of this, then you also know that the answer is Bitcoin. It's your answer for government tyranny, for financial freedom. It's everything that you want to do. Maybe not yet right now, but it will be in the coming near future. And that's what we try to like say to you guys.
This still is very relevant even today because the same people that are spraying the skies want you to get the financial vaccination, which is the CBDC, and this is actually a increasing danger because I also noticed that right now I think I retweeted it, but I could be wrong. Um, no, I didn't retweet it. I think I posted it in the Red Pill chat, but I can open it real quick. I
About what?
dropped it in the VIP community. That this I have it here. Sorry, copy link, and let me open it in the real or the shit. Am I still there?
Yeah. We are sharing your
Okay.
screen, but we see
Okay.
X
So
now.
um,
Mm-hmm.
give me one moment. I lost my edge is tripping, but anyway, here you can see this was posted today, I think. Yeah. The European Central Bank ECB plans to partner with private sector to develop a digital euro. In a press release, the ECB claimed that the findings will be shared in a report later this year. And they already announced that they will and want to implement it in October of this year. This is a very dangerous development. And you should be wary of this. You should be careful of this, you know. Anyway, I'm back in 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Coming in. A B C. Easiest 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check. Anybody there?
Oh,
Yo, this is crazy. Hi, welcome back, Mike. Welcome back.
thank you. Anyway, I hope. Okay, I think I actually canceled the stream, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, my thing crashed pretty much. Um,
Did you know about Trump opening Alcatraz?
yeah, of course. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I
uh,
love it.
For who is it for, you think? In my opinion, it's for the corrupted judges, politicians. Send them all to Alcatraz,
Ah,
man.
yeah,
Send
yeah.
them.
You think he will actually cancel it pretty much?
Cancel what?
Well, not cancel, but I think that sorry, that they will uh, sorry, lost my train of thought, but I think that he will open it and it will carry huge symbolism, because um, people just need to get locked up. I've read the actual tweet of his announcement, and it's pretty much what you need. Um, you want that the corruption ends. You want these people to end up behind bars, but it's um, not just judges. I think he'll make good use of the actual prison.
I do hope so because a lot of people, as you said, need to go and need to go quick. Like should have been there yesterday, for example. And also the new executive order which Trump signed, something about the gains of function. Did you read about it also?
The what?
He signed a new executive order where he's banning the gain of function research. So all
Oh
this
yeah, of the
Wuhan
mRNA
and
virus things.
Fauci
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
all those things, they're getting banned.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Amazing.
Which
Round of applause. Mike, hit a round of
about
applause,
time?
please. Applause.
Applause, applause. Okay, we have.
Applause. No, that's cash.
Okay, okay. Well, sorry, man. Okay, but anyway, it is the end. It is the end of. I have this. Yeah, let's
Hey,
get it. Yeah,
let's
lock
end
them up.
it.
Lock them up. Lock them up. Yeah, I should get an applause as well. But I think yeah, just a matter of time, guys. I think we will most definitely win. The good will win of evil, but it just takes time. And as long as Trump stays alive, which is still a real concern for me, we should be fine. I think he will keep himself safe. I think he will do everything he's promising so far. I don't think he has any bad intentions right now. I think I think this is all going in the right direction. And I would really celebrate if we were to see changes in Europe as well. You're seeing a lot of friction right now in Europe. People are kind of going, in both directions right now. It is
Sorry,
a
I have
crazy
to cut
time
you
to
off there,
live in.
Mike. Europe is done, man. Europe is done. Sorry, I'm still living in Europe. By 2027, you need to get out. Why do you need to get out? Long story short, you know that there has been some, how do you call it in the Russians? They have been cut off, sanctioned, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Arno Wellens with current ratio, big SO to Arno Wellens, he covered this very nice. But did you know that the EU is paying more or is giving more money to Russia between third countries than it's giving to Ukraine? So Europe itself is funding two sides of the war. If you go back to Ukraine and Russia. But my point is, Russian oil, they blew up the pipeline, the Nord Stream pipeline. We blew up ourselves, the western side. But in 2027, the EU wants to stop import of Russian gas, everything. Because at the moment right now, they say it's been stopped, but if you take a deep dive and do some research, you find out that Kyrgyzstan is the one that is the third country supplying us in Europe from Russian gas, etc. But they want to cut it off in 2027. And if that's the case, guys, where they want to completely cut off the energy grid of Russia, how is Europe gonna survive? We have no mines, we have no coals, we have nothing that's giving us sufficient energy. And as we have seen in Spain and Portugal, the energy grid is not sufficient enough for the whole EU continent. So my point is, in 2027, guys, if you have friends, family, you need to get not be completely out, but at least have a different location outside of the EU because it's gonna be very, very, very important. Don't take this lightly because every step that the EU is taking is what, let's say, America has done like 40 years ago, and we know how that played out. So we know how this is gonna play out with the EU.
Yep.
And if again give another example, in 2020 or 2021, the EU they did some 700 or 800 billion euros for the Corona Relief Fund. I don't know if you know this. Yeah, some 800 billion they got for every EU country, but they can't explain where this money is going or where the money has gone to. So nothing is clear. Mike, you're muted, so I don't understand you. No, no sound.
Check a sec.
Yeah,
Check,
yeah, yeah,
check, check.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those. Yeah, I think these people they are just laundering the money. You know, they are either laundering to fill their own pockets, or they are influencing or manipulating
Media,
opinion, or
media,
even media, but also just making men
politics.
weaker. You know, there's a huge grip on the world. People have no idea. So the only defense you really have is to stay healthy, stay knowledgeable. I would almost say woke, but they fucked up this term, because I
Facts.
remember
I used to say
they
stay
they
woke.
even they even hijack these kind of terms. You know, it's all propaganda, because the word used to start out as a way to stay awake, to see further than you could actually,
The Fugazi. Yeah.
uh, yeah, see through the fog. But then they made it gay, so you were not able to say it anymore. You know, and these kind of small things they do on purpose. You know, so I would just say stay safe, which is a better way to put it. But take good care of yourself. You know, make money, stack Bitcoin, eat healthy.
Yeah, trust in God,
Um,
man. Don't really forget. Believe in God, man. I don't
yep,
know. I'm religious, but you need to have some good in your life. And if you have no God, then you have evil. So the choice is very simple.
yep. Everything in life is a very simple sinus movement. You have ups and downs.
Yeah.
Everything is in balance. For everything there is an opposite, you know. And with all the satanistic evil on the world, there can only be a God. It's that simple. And
Facts.
the sooner you realize this, the more you will understand what is happening right now. Because so many things are, because I actually had a discussion with someone a little while ago, I think a week or two or something, and um, she literally said, "I cannot understand why." I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but something like, I think it had to do something with the pedophile sacrifices or whatever, you know. And she had a hard time to understand why this is happening, and then I just hold up the mirror, you know, because this the reason you don't understand is the reason is because you don't believe in God. If you don't see the one, you cannot see the other. You know, it's that simple. You will never understand if you cannot understand this truly. You know, which is crazy. But this is also why a lot of the subjects we talk about, they're interconnected. You know, so people, they lack faith in multiple ways, not just believing in a vision, but also seeing what's actually happening. And that's a slippery slope as well, because um, to a person who does not see the same or does not understand what we're talking about, you will always come across as someone who's just saying things, or that they're, you know, it doesn't land. So they cannot be saved unless they want to be saved, unless they're open to the truth, you know. But if you're going to try to find logic in certain things, like why evil exists, or why they are actually killing people all around the world, why they're trafficking children, you know, these things, they will never make sense to you. And it's not a money game, because they have a lot of money. Why? Just think about it. Why would certain people, let's take a prominent one, like Diddy, for example, who made millions and millions and millions, why would he do something that low, that evil, and actually start to traffic children if money was there to gain? He already had it. Come on, man. You have to think logically about these things and see the truth. But you won't, because
It's maybe
you cannot.
frightening for them, right? It could be frightening. It's
Yeah,
understandable.
perhaps. I don't know what the resistance is, but I know that for me personally, a lot of things actually started to make sense once you see the light and understand what is truth. You know?
Facts. And nice that you said what is truth, because in my personal journey, everyone that's seeking truth, like what is truth, will end up by God. And in my case, it will be Jesus. That is just the harsh truth. But I encourage you, not you, Mike, but everybody that's watching this, open up the journey, man, with God, and let's see how that will impact your life. And we're not religious. We don't go. I don't. I'm not, let me speak for myself. I don't go to church. I do have a Bible. I do have a crazy, beautiful Bible right here. This is the Holy Bible, the King James Version.
Mhm.
Why? Because this is my weapon for the evil that's coming to catch us, Mike. And I like to make it a bit of fun, but this is real and this is the truth. So, yes, stay safe. The aggressive season is coming. Open your
Real soon.
eyes and yeah, keep following us, man. We're doing our best
Yep.
to enlighten you people.
There's one question I want to answer real quick. I already answered in chat, but still, would you go all in Bitcoin now with 30K to invest, or would you rather try 2, 3 times in this year and
Be right
then
back.
buy Bitcoin all in? A few things. First of all, the amount of money you have should not matter for your strategy, as long as you keep it to just Bitcoin. Because if you're looking at certain altcoins or you want to diversify, then it would make sense to actually name the number. But if you just have 30K in total and you just want to invest into Bitcoin, there's no difference if you had 100K, 30K, or whatever. Um, the the smarter thing to do is to dollar cost average into the market. Why? Because if you're asking these questions, you are most likely a beginner and you are not able to time the market. And online, of course, I have an opinion. A lot of influencers have an opinion, but as you watch their videos, you will see that I will say that we will go up, we will go to 10 million. The other guy will say 120K is the top, and we will just continue to go down from now. So even getting opinions from experts online, um, it is not your opinion, it's not your research, and I can tell you anything, but you want to know for yourself. So this is impossible for you right now. So you are not able to time the market. That's just accepted. So you want to pretty much enter the market slowly. So I would invest it not in 2 or 3 times this year, but personally, I would invest it over time. So I would define for myself over what kind of period am I able to make about 30K. Let's say that's 3 months for you. You're making 10K a month. I'm not sure what it is, but whatever, then you could say, okay, over the next 90 days, I want to invest the 30K I have right now, and I can continue the cycle to just invest the same amount. So to make the calculation more easy, let's say it's less than that, yeah? You get like 1,000 a month um, as a salary, Um, that you are able to invest. Then I would just divide the 1,000 by 30 days and invest around, let's say, $30, 30 euros, $30 a day into the market, which ends up around 900, right? So it's a calculation, but this and much more, because now I'm giving you the short answer. I all explain in my free course. I've shared the link in the chat. You can pretty much make a free account. Which is the link over here. It is just Dutch, so if you are English, I'm sorry, but I cannot help you at this moment in time. Here you can just watch the video. You get 50 hours of free content where I explain everything. And it's not just beginner shit, I take it the next step. So I noticed that a lot of people for the last 2 years, they didn't make over 100K. If you made a loss or if you didn't make 100K, sorry, then you're a loser. You have things to learn. So check the intermediate crypto mastery, because a lot of people, they look at the crypto course for beginners. They think I already have accounts. I already know how a wallet works, but you don't know. You're not making money yet, so you still things to learn. And the subjects that I show, I'm sharing the screen, right? Yeah, okay. The things I'm showing in this course, and I know it's Dutch, but I'll just share it for the Dutchies. Our advanced wallet management. This is just basically all the different wallets, but also multi-sig wallets, so you can manage wallets with other people. Staking, pretty much explained. Uh, the Bybit card, advanced safety measures. So this is something a lot of people are not doing, but this is the way I protect my crypto. Um, Managing your portfolio, so understanding the balance, Of course, NFTs doing your own research, but here it gets really interesting. And over here, you get all different kind of strategies, how we're looking at 2026, the extended cycle, how you should balance your portfolio, exit strategies, how to have actual planning and different scenarios. So there are so many things in here that could really benefit someone to actually start making money, that it's well worth the time investment. So definitely go check it out. Um, and I would say, because Ian said in a private chat that he is leaving, or we should round it up. Oh, now he's back. Round it up.
Yo, ja,
Over
sorry
over.
man. Ik was even AFK. De postman was bij
Yes,
de deur.
yes. Afsluiten.
Ja man, wat gaat de D doen? Gaan we hoger?
Probably. Bitcoin or the dominance?
Ja, de dominance.
I hope both. Higher price, higher dominance, man. Let's go. I'm down for it. I'm ready. I'm locked and
Same, same.
loaded. And also, okay, I have one final question. What would you do if Bitcoin goes higher and the altcoins just continue to go down?
Wait, we have to go a little bit deeper in this. Are the altcoins that, let's say, for example, are there new coins? Do they have to prove themselves? Or is it someone like Chainlink, for example, or Avalanche?
Yeah,
What is the
I'm talking about the high caps, So just the total, the global sentiment. So Solana's, the Avalanche, the Cardanos, Near Protocol, these kind of projects, Chainlinks, they're not pushing, they're staying the same. Bitcoin continues to go up. Do you switch to Bitcoin, or do you
well?
just stack more altcoins
Well,
for
I
perhaps
think
even next cycle?
I think it's as an investor, you clearly have to look at the ETFs, right? I mean, the coins that have ETFs will most likely outperform the altcoins that don't have ETFs. So I think if you focus on this for this coming cycle, like which coins
Mhm.
are ETF related, and then you'll see maybe a hype coming up. Let's say Xborg, there may be an Xborg ETF which will pump the price. If that sentiment is going to come back, like when it was in 2017 when the ICOs on Ethereum, I do think that the coins that have ETFs will outperform, but that doesn't automatically imply that the coins that don't have ETF won't perform. So it's really difficult to say, and this cycle has shown different, and that's why I think that the dominance has to go way higher, because it's all going to get reset. So with this reset, Bitcoin is going to be number one. Ethereum will most likely leave the second place. I don't know what's going to be the place of Ethereum, but there has been an upgrade on Ethereum. The price moved a little
Yeah,
bit,
dropping
but
today.
it's not a lot. So we still need to see the effect of this transitioning or this upgrade. But I think that's going to happen. Bitcoin will most likely remain number one, of course. It's getting universal adoption. The digital scarcity is going to kick in. But cryptocurrencies as a whole, they will play a crucial role. And not all of them. So that's why I like to filter to the ETFs, the altcoins that will have ETFs. They will most likely outperform or perform as good as Bitcoin. If that's not the case, then yeah, you need to be an alpha, man. You need to be in the communities and groups, like what's happening, which games, which NFTs, which new hype is going to attract this, or it's going to bring in new users, which dApp, or which, and you need to be in a space to front run this news, to be in before everybody else, because I saw that Shiba and all these other coins, when the mainstream is there, you need to get out. That is a common mistake that a lot of people made. Me myself, you don't take enough profits. Get the profits, get out. That just that's the name of the game. So in that case, I would take more risk on the altcoins, but altcoins that will perform, as in users, dApps, anything that can show us that this coin is gonna get some attraction and adoption, because blockchain is transparent. Every data point is yeah, you can just see it on a blockchain. So I think the shift to the crypto digital age is going to be bigger than most expect, and I do think that cryptos play a crucial role in this new digital economy.
Facts.
So yeah,
Right. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe.
And stay safe, man. The stay aggressive season is coming. For people that watched us since 2022, 2023, we've been saying we're going to switch from stay safe to stay aggressive. Helaas, the stay aggressive has been
new
postponed.
all-time highs.
Yeah, man. So till that time, guys, stay safe, believe in something, be blessed, and we'll see you next time.
If I do crypto, this ain't gambling.